So, my friend, here's today's question. What brings about fear in people?
The most profound truth about fear is that we live our lives afraid of ourselves.
That's very deep. What do you mean by that?
We don't know. We have an internal understanding and a historical context to the way in which we behave towards things. And what we fear in entering any difficult situation is that we are going to fall into our patterns of perspective and behavior and thus not be in control of ourselves. That's what we fear most. If we knew for a fact that our level of equanimity and our sense of self-control would be completely unaltered, regardless of circumstance, then we wouldn't fear ourselves anymore, but that isn't the case. We are our own wild cards. That leads to inner instability. That is the center point of fear.
Have you, in your own life, been able to make that shift?
Primarily in understanding. And my life consists of a complete immersion into the refinement of the understanding that must take place so that there are no longer any blind spots. So all of my journey is about perfecting my understanding behind things.
And when you get a sense that fear or a bout of self-doubt is emerging, is there something that you do? Is there a trigger?
No.
So you just let it be?
I even let it be is a prescription. It is all about understanding. Everything is a prescription. Every prescription is a bomb that's about to detonate. Human beings cannot afford prescriptions. Everything is about understanding. Everything is about arriving at a place in which one desperately wants to have peace. Everything is about arriving at a place in which one really wants to live in a way in which they are not influenced or touched by any circumstance, which totally leads to a living on solid ground, so to speak.
And this is probably a stupid example to use, and especially in the world that we live in today, but I just want to use it as an illustrative point. I mean, if somebody's putting a gun to your head, do you remain calm?
In that sense, remaining calm is a prescription. And that question also arises from your mind trying to find an exception and to the idea that you can always remain calm. That question also arises from your mind being outraged by the idea that one can remain calm in all situations. Therefore, the mind tries to find a very disastrous circumstance so that they can play a gotcha game, and that I can say, yes, I understand that if someone's got a gun to your head, you may not remain calm. Therefore, your mind can say, see, I got you. There are situations in which that doesn't apply, and I'm actually outraged. I think that all things should run according to societal norms. And since you are so outside the bounds of societal norms, and since you are destroying every box, let me find a way to bring you back into the box.
You read my mind.
Yeah.
Do you define fear, or is it just is it a part of our vocabulary that doesn't exist in your world?
No, it definitely exists. It largely exists within the context of fearing ourselves. That's where the money is. That's where the magic is.
That's a good point to leave.